on Thursday in Monrovia, Samuel Dean Sr. said the census of 2008 that this disabled community amounted to 16% of the population, while the recent census done by Legis placed them at 2%. Something he noted is contradictory. Mr. Dean further mentioned that after a gap analysis was carried out by a team of officials, it was established that the numbers do not count, adding that it is very essential for the government and international partners to collaborate with them to ensure a national registry of disabilities is achieved. The executive director also used the occasion to call on the Ministry of Public Works to speedily address the issue of rehabilitating damaged roads, including sidewalks and cross across Monrovia, which pose serious risks and challenge to visually impaired persons. An X-ray technician from St. Joseph Catholic Hospital, Jackson Coleman, is calling on the government of Liberia to enlarge the $5 and $10 coins as a means of avoiding children from swallowing coins. According to Coleman, the continuous swallowing of the coins has resulted in medical operations of over 12 people, especially children, noting that this is a national concern to avoid further occurrence, mainly affecting children. He also added that despite some children defecating with the coins after swallowing it, the coins cause serious harm and malfunctioning of the digestive system. Jackson Coleman, who has begun his awareness in the prevention of children swallowing points, is calling on parents and governments of Liberia to find solutions to the problem of children swallowing coins. And House Speaker Councillor Jonathan Fonantikova has withdrawn his petition for the rate of McDonald's far before the Supreme Court. On Thursday, November 14, Speaker Kova filed a petition for the rate of McDonald's with the Supreme Court to compel the anti-Kova bloc to return to the main chambers. According to sources from the office of the embattled speaker, the withdrawal of the rate is based on ECOWAS mediation. On November 11, a delegation from the parliaments of the ECOWAS community of West African states arrived in Monrovia on the to mediate ongoing political struggle at the House of Representatives for the removal of House Speaker Councillor Fonati Kofa. Madame Tom Ibrahim from Togo served as the speaker for the ECOWAS mediation delegation. The ECOWAS highly placed delegation visited the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Councillor Jonathan Fonanti on Tuesday, November 12th. It's over to you for continuation.
I got over with the news bulletin. The news bulletin is a regular feature. It reminded us news long 45 minutes news about Liberia, Africa, and our world. Service of news tonight. At least our hearers they arrested for looting a Japanese businessman was faithful from Babu pronunciation of Aman Gala expresses frustration in the majority because of the House of Representatives. And also in the news this evening, ECOWAS climate mediation reported extends mediation mission in Liberia and away from home. Mozambique's government has banned protests following sustained post-election unrest that has left several people dead and dozens others injured. We'll take a break to be back with voices of the news leaders. Welcome back and thanks for being there. In the wake of mounting pressure up Capitol Hill for the removal of House Speaker Councilor J. Fonanti Kufa. Former Bapolo County Senator Arman Jala has expressed frustration in the majority members of the House of Representatives calling for the removal of Speaker Kufa. Jala found on the form a manner through which the anti-Kufa bloc is proceeding with its fight against the embattled Speaker. The Bapolo County former senator argued that the Speaker action is in line with the Constitution of Liberia, and as such, those wanting to remove him should have their numbers backed by the Constitution. Jala at the same time criticized the government reported extradition of Ibrahim Kadi Sharif, a Guinean national who was accused by the Guinean military government of planning to overthrow the government. As a principle in international humanitarian law known as non-forming. What does that mean? It means if somebody is threatened, for example, in the case of the Guinean you spoke about, he's threatened that if he go back to Guinea, he might be harmed or he might be killed. Under the Convention on Torture, to which Liberia is a contracting party, Liberia cannot send that man back to Guinea until there is an investigation in Liberia that establishes whether or not he's going back in Guinea is going to affect his security. And they refuse to do that. And they actually send this man back to Guinea. Liberia will be liable for anything that happens to him.
Bapolo County former Senator Ama Jala, there speaking. The executive director of the National Commission on Disabilities has outlined plans with support from UNICEF to conduct a nationwide enumeration by category and actual population for persons with disabilities in Liberia. Speaking at MEGAD regular press briefing Thursday, Samuel then said the census of 2008 showed that the disabled community amounted to 16% of the population, while the recent census done by Legis placed them at 2%, something he noted is contradictory. Dan further mentioned that after a gap analysis was carried out by his team of officials, it was established that the numbers do not count, adding that it is very essential for government and international partners to collaborate with them to ensure a nation or national registry of people with disabilities.
In 2025, we contemplate on conducting a worldwide enumeration with support for persons with disabilities by categories and actual population of persons with disabilities in Nigeria. Why is it possible? You say, oh, Legis already did a census. Legis did a census, but we did a gap analysis and we had to find out that the census that Legis didn't focus on persons with disability from a disaggregated perspective. While Legis did was contradictory. In 2008, Legis put persons with disabilities at 16.5% of the then 2.5 million population. This year, Legis that all the persons with disabilities in 2008 to 2024 died. Because they said now that from 16%, we are now only 2%. So we did a analysis and the numbers doesn't count out. It doesn't count quite literally. But more besides, the analysis dictates that they just want us to believe that 2% of Liberians have some form of disability. That is not enough. You have to disaggregate the data through stratification, gender, employment, education, ages, types of disabilities, sex, and the works. Localities is very important. That's the only way that we're going to be able to provide intervention for persons with disabilities. So in order for us to provide interventions, we have to know our people. If we don't know our people, we are not going to be able to help them. So that is why it's very important that the government, the international partners collaborate with us so that we can perform this milestone disability exclusive registry. We will push for the R in the less gender, which is roads. That our roads are rehabilitated and that they are curbs and there are proper sidewalks for pedestrians, of which persons with disabilities are chief. That our blind compatriots no longer have to literally slip through the cracks on the road, that we have them rehabilitated. But the public works minister is listening to me. I think that the focus shouldn't only be on the rural roads, but to have roads here, both in our midst, rehabilitated. Can look no further than the Stella Maris University and see the pits that I talk about that are a potential disaster for especially Liberians with visual disabilities. So these are the kind of laws that we're enact. We're trying to enact laws for accessibility in all its form, infrastructure accessibility, educational accessibility. Whereas when books are being imported into the country, that there should be print books too, because some of our compatriots, have vision problems, and we cannot continue to import only print books.
Executive Director of the National Commission on Disabilities, Samuel, they're speaking. Make out the regular press briefing on Thursday. An X-ray technician from the St. Joseph Catholic Hospital, Jackson Coleman, is calling on the government of Liberia to show the 5 and $10 $5 coins as a means or to enlarge the $5 and $10 coins as a means of avoiding children from swallowing them. According to Common, the continuous swallowing of coins has resulted in medical operations of over 12 people, especially children, noting that this is a national concern to avoid future occurrence nearly affecting children. It also added that despite some children defecating with coins after swallowing it, the coins cause serious harm and malfunctioning of the digestive system. We'll bring you that step in our subsequent newscast. Monserrato County District then Representative Yeka Koluba has accused President Joseph Boakai of instructing Justice Minister and Liberia National Police Inspector General to mastermind the disappearance of Ibrahim Khalid Sharif, a Guinea national, from the Morovia Central Prison. Addressing a press conference Thursday, Representative Koluba asserted that family sources of the Guinean national have informed him that Sharif has been assassinated following his disappearance from the Morovia Central Prison.
I told you people that got information that when they talk about giving the kill him, the national cabinet general, yeah? And your national cabinet general on school, the man have been killed. And Joseph Walker is involved with it. I've seen him suspending that other regular criminal Steve Sago, and the people refuse to go for. They're trying to cover up. How you take somebody from jail, kill him for work in the morning, and turn them over to people. They kill the man. When I said it, well, they may always what happened today? For him going to the court. They're supposed to produce the man in court today to the court for him going there. I just received a call from the family. Look, I'll be at the family for us to protest. Me, I'll be at them, me, I'll be at them. I'm talking to them, me, I'll be at them. And I don't know what me, I'll be at them. They must bring the living body of that man. That man is an agreement.
Monserrato County District and Representative Yeke Koluba. The director of Africa Talent Net Corporation is calling on national government to allocate more funds to the entertainment industry. In a recent interview, Marini Michel emphasized the potential for Liberia to cultivate highly skilled individuals and transform its economic landscape. Director of Africa Talent Net Incorporation, Marini Michel. A reminder you're listening to King's News Broom, 45 minutes news about Liberia, Africa. In our one word, stories we following this evening, at least two Liberians reportedly arrested in Japan for doping a Japanese businessman with fake gold. From Bapolo County, Senator Amajala expresses frustration in the majority members of the House of Representatives. And also in the news tonight, ECOWAS Parliament delegation reportedly extends mediation mission in Liberia. And away from home, Mozambique's government has banned protests following sustained post-election unrest that has left several people dead and dozens others injured. We'll take a break to be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for being there. The proprietor of the Joys of Ghana Institute and Chicken Factory Community, Ghana's Reverend Emmanuel has disclosed the opening of vocational school aimed at buttressing government efforts to improve Liberia's TVET sector. Speaking with reporters, Reverend Lahai disclosed that he started the institution after observing that girls and boys were having children without knowledge to trade, noting that trade is a business that enables young people to get jobs and cater to the needs of their families.
The reason is because I will be giving things. I want somebody to help. If you can see this passion also as I am doing mine, you know that it's important. I would like everybody to come in, and I would like government to also join me. Let's help their own children. I am trying my own little way. If I am just washing my stomach, I need somebody to wash my back. On to Nambai, and we are involved in it. In Nangai, we have a school they are called Manual Academy. They have 27 educational schools, and now we are trying to even restructure their bridges. So I spoke in last year before last, and we are helping in that area. Also, we are doing water sanitation by a friend of mine who happened to meet with me during the time of refuge, and she is in Holland. She is helping us to have this water sanitation. We bring in solar system water and begin to serve the community.
Lahai is at the same time calling for the Liberians and the government of Liberia to help support his idea of improving the lives of Liberians through TVET training.
It was put together because I'm doing a program called Teenage Pregnancy Program. I went to the Google and I find out in the chicken soup factory and Ghana Bay Belt. I find out in the chicken soup factory that there was 11 years old girl. She was pregnant and had HIV. So I decided to build my case on that. And now I'm helping several women who have single parents, and I also care for their children in school. I'm only doing academic because of the little resources. So we are doing academic, and at the same time, I find is if we have the children in the school, and how can the mother take care of them? And many of them are not good for business. So it seems that trade is also another business. We decided to open the vocational school for them. So for now, we are catering for single parent, especially women, and those who are veterans. So that's the passion we have. The passion is that one to make sure that I make history in my own time. I should not be only a teacher, but also I help. The second thing is to also help the government to facilitate the system of education in the country. That's what really driving me. My hope is to help humanity. Well, we have started just within a month. We finished a cycle of a month, 6 months, where we graduate about 20 to 25 students. We give them a takeaway. Our desire is that a quick training will have to give you equipment, material to go and start your life, not only to live like that. Just like what I'm saying, you cannot train the person who is a single parent, it doesn't have any plans, we have to help them. So this time we begin to do catering We are doing interior decoration. We are doing cosmetology. We are doing tailoring. We are doing suit making. And
Reverend Emmanuel Lahai is the proprietor of the Joy Vocational Institute in Chicken Soup Factory. The Ministry of Transport was called off its motor vehicles inspections in Monrovia and its environment following resistance from the Liberia National Police. On Wednesday, the Ministry of Transport and the Liberia National Fire Service commenced a joint motor vehicles operation inspection but was resisted by the Liberia National Police on grounds that the LMP was not aware of any vehicle inspection exercise. Speaking on a local radio in Monrovia Thursday, Ministry of Transport Communications Director Shadra Brown accused officers of the Liberia National Police of brutalizing inspectors of the Ministry of Transport during the inspection exercise.
That you are making of our pastors with the Liberia National Fire Service for which the Liberia National Fire Service is different and feasible and key. So with this issue, you know, traffic management, Mahala has been. So let's take our time. Let's take our time. Let's take the problem of the members of the Liberia National Police. Everybody, the national police, brutalized. I say you pictures, I say you pictures, go to your WhatsApp, see the images are glaring. So it's disheartening this morning to see that you are going to protecting life and property. That you are restoring operation that is creating violence. So this morning, I'm going to tell you that all of our members of the team and they are taking the highest level. Some of our guys
Ministry of Transport Communications Director Shadra Brown. In response, Liberia National Police spokesperson Cecilia Clark termed the Ministry of Transport Communications Director claims as untrue. According to Clark, the LNP was never aware of any inspection exercise by the Ministry of Transport and the Liberia National Fire Service.
The official spokesperson, you should slow down when it's the level of PR. That when you see it, it's unfounded, it's not true. And the funny is that the police is not aware of any inspection that should be ongoing. I'm telling you, sorry. There's something called intelligence communication. That thing is lacking. I don't want to speak to that letter, but I can have to take that. Like that same letter, I've been already I'm going around with that letter. What I want to see is that we are not aware of any inspection. In any inspection of such, the police should be aware because it means that it has of empowering of doing different things. It's the police that will do that to regulate the traffic. And anyone that do violation, excuse me, let this so from now I will tell you that the police is not aware of any inspection that is to take place today.
Liberia National Police spokesperson Cecilia Clark. Ella, you heard the voice of Transport Ministry Communications Director Shadra Brown. And away from Liberia, Mozambique's government has banned protests following sustained post-election unrest that has left several people dead and dozens others injured. It follows last month's disputed presidential election won by Frelimo, the party which has governed Mozambique since 1975. The weeks-long protests have led to violent clashes with the police, and at least 18 people have been killed, according to Human Rights Watch. Interior Minister Paz Runda has urged Mozambicans to cooperate with the authorities to stop the protests, terming them acts of terrorism. Demonstrations started at the end last month in the capital, Maputo, after Daniel Chapo, the Frelimo candidate, was officially declared the winner with more than 71% of the votes. Well, on that note, that's how we come to a near end of tonight's edition of King's News Bureau. But before we leave, a quick look at stories we followed in the headlines. At least two Liberians reportedly arrested in Japan for doping a Japanese businessman with fake gold. Former Mbapolo County Senator Amajala expressed his frustration in the majority members of the House of Representatives. You also heard in the news ECOWAS Parliament delegation reportedly extends mediation mission in Liberia. And away from home, Mozambique's government has banned protests following sustained post-election unrest that has left several people dead and dozens others injured. Many thanks to all of our hard-working reporters, correspondents, and all those who helped in making this edition of King's Newsroom a success. I got October brought to you in News Bulletin. Newton Topa Sada Control and handle the technical aspect of this production. On behalf of the team, I'm Sherman Deal. I present it. Thanks for listening and watching.